One of the things that I noticed in that interview that you mentioned was that it was hard for you to reach the emotion love.
Yes, yes.
That's
something that's, you know, the moment, you know, love, that's my definition. That's something that is, I don't think it would be a universal concept. I see always that emotion, at least through art performance, there is a moment that you are on the verge of two different roads when you go inside. It's something that makes you very lovely and something that creates hate. It's almost like it's two opposite, like in everywhere, hot and cold and day and night.
They're always opposites.
Exactly. So we talk about in philosophy how those two are very close, love and hate.
Yes, very.
But for many of us, it's just like a concept. It's a beautiful thing. It's part of the world of philosophy, oftentimes of poetry. But then when you do experience, you kind of get shocked because you say, "Hey, wait a minute here. I love this person. At the same time, I hate it, and it's here on the stage." And it's the characters make me do this. They have this possibility to explore that part. And I found out that when I get, because I'm not really an actor, but when I'm working with an actor that goes in that direction and choose to go into the love side, that tips a little bit more in that direction, then immediately it falls like into a pool. It becomes suddenly very lovely, very charming, very compassionate, if that's a word that can be used in this case. Compassion, very, you know, everything becomes so soft and tender. And oftentimes those are people. I worked with an actor 2 years ago, and he was so tough. And the reason is that we talked later, a few months later, he had a very important, terrible experience in his family, and that's the way he reacted. He was very strong. A very tough guy, he could just play those roles that to do with, you know, being the bad guy. And we were working, and suddenly we were working on a part of the script which will require a softness. It will require something, and somewhere something hit his own. It's something that, in his own experience, I don't know exactly what was that, but in a certain moment, that part was hit, and this guy was just totally open and different, and just for those few performances we did, it was just like such an incredible. He himself was shocked because you see, in normal life it's difficult to say, okay, I choose love. What is this? What a big word. I choose love. How do I do this? You know, it's a mind thing. I choose love. You don't know really exactly how to go there, but here, you're allowed to do it on the stage because you always have a way back in your mind and say, well, when this is finished, I go back home, I'm myself, whatever that means, myself.
I would think that an actor, in my idea, and this is not my business is psychotherapy, but a good actor can be comfortable, will be comfortable with both emotions of love and hate.
Yeah,
and if they're not comfortable
yes.
with one side of it, they're going to be more of a one-dimensional kind of actor.
In my opinion,
yes.
I'm on the same opinion. Although even there are actors that are more familiar with one part or another. Yeah. You know, that's a way of life. They're more character playing. Yes.
Right, but to be able to have both.
Oh yes, well, you can't love without knowing hate. You can't hate without knowing love. Right. It's impossible. It's just right. How can you do that?
And someone once said, a famous analyst said, you need to reach objective hate in order to reach objective love, and I thought that was a very
absolutely. What about the opposite? The dictators and all,
yeah.
You know, like Hitler and others knew that very well, how to reach the love to get the best hate.
Yes, he did. That was unfortunate.
Through worshipping his own persona, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Do you feel that being so far uptown and out of way up here will affect your attendance?
Not really. You know why?
Not once you're on YouTube. Once you're on YouTube.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's see. Hopefully. So what I said, it's not really because, first of all, it's not really very far from Midtown. Right. It's 26 minutes with the subway, and the subway is like 2 blocks far away from here. That's the first reason. The second is that, in fact, we are building slowly, little by little. We are just literally sometimes helping yanking out people out of their TV station and Netflix and Twitter and YouTube and So you're going to be also responsible, you know, for not having the audience to come into our place. And so what happened that they just coming a little more, and then I believe that if it goes well and they like what they're doing, and we keep going with this theater, maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, we could set attendance. It's more just because it's like a little community. You see downtown on the 42nd Street where all the theaters are mostly, not all, but almost. They work with production people. They come, and that's it. There's nobody from the area that really go to their theaters.
Right. Not local.
Here we have the advantage to have almost a little city theater where everybody comes from the city, but we are uptown in Manhattan, and so we can have the possibility to have the people of the surrounding area that just get out of the house. Some of our audience live across the street. So they look at the watch, the play starts at 9, they come at 3 to 9, they just walk in.
I find it very, it's a different experience to come up here because I'm not used to the area, but once I come up here, it's nice to get away from Manhattan. That's another way.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's a little bit like a trip out of the city, but it's still in Manhattan,
I mean, you have
it?
the park right here, you have New. So in terms of like
everything is clean here, isn't it? Something
Yeah,
you'll find.
yes,
It's
very
amazing.
clean. It's very
Yes,
clean.
you don't find a piece of paper. You know?
No, it's wonderful. You know, Manhattan has a lot of good restaurants. So in terms of restaurants here, could you name a few of your favorites that you like?
In Manhattan?
In here.
Oh,
No,
in here there are two
yeah.
fantastic places that actually they are our sponsors, and one of them is called. He has the most terrible name for a restaurant. It's called Refried Beans.
Uh-huh.
But the food, you've been there. You have that
Yes,
dinner. The food
yes.
is excellent and really not expensive. And then there is another Indian place next to it, which is excellent North Indian food. They cook meat and fish and.
Refried Beans, that's where we did the focus. Well,
Yes.
we happened to go to, after the theater, myself and Marion and David, the director, we went out to have something to eat, and a few people came along with us, maybe 6 or 7, and we talked about Fakebook. And I took my camera out and we did a video, and you'll see that as part of on the playlist, you'll see that video of the focus group that we took in the restaurant, which is kind of interesting, very interesting. And now also there's a New Leaf restaurant.
Yes. I have but the New Leaf restaurant is inside the park.
But it's right around the corner.
Yes.
So New Leaf restaurant is another restaurant,
Yes.
which is
Well,
very,
that's a little bit, you know,
Well, it's a little
very
more-
nice restaurant. You know, you
little
have good
pricier,
wine.
yes.
It's a little pricey, but
Yeah.
it's next to the it's in a Fort Tryon Park, and it's
Yeah.
next to the cluster. So you have that kind of people. Cluster is part of downtown museum, so they just come sometime.
Uh-huh.
Go into the wing on the left, and they come up here, and they just have a dinner after this. So it's a little bit more up level.
Yeah, up level, but it's beautiful and it's fairly reasonable. It's not crazy price.
Yes.
So refried beans, I like that was delicious. It was a really good meal.
Nice. We should go there again one day.
I'm going to go there again. I'm going to be up here. So I want to thank you so much for
You're
taking
welcome.
the time.
Thank you very much for
And,
interviewing me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we're going to sign off now. This is Mark Sell for YouTube Therapy for the Heart. And I hope you can tune in again. If you like this channel and you like what you see here, you can press the like button. And I would like that you do that. And I again appreciate your attendance here and talking. And it was very, very illuminating to me. You said a
Thank
lot.
you very much.
Okay, well,
Thank you.